Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Life with Siphe. Remember, if you have not already, please press the subscribe button so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Also, please press the like button if you like the content and you'd like to see more of it. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. Hope you've been good to yourself. Hope you've been kind to yourself. And yeah, I missed you guys. So this week I want to talk about something. Jeez. Like guys, I always say, right? This page for me is also healing for my own journey because as much as I want to share my journey with you, some parts of my journey feel a bit too raw or make me feel so vulnerable to come here and share it with you guys. But it also teaches me, like, yeah, and the channel, because every time I go, oh, this time what do I want to talk about? Or something happens to me and I want to talk about it, then I'm like, it's life with Siphe, and this is what Siphe is currently going through right now. So I want to talk about asking for help. What does asking for help actually mean? Asking for big help, little help, small help. Do you even know if you need help? Right? And how this came about to me and why I think it's so important for you to share with you guys is because of what I've been going through, right? I genuinely find myself as a person who's very motivated, self-inspired, disciplined to an extent, a go-getter, vibrant, and all these nice things, right? But even I, as Siphe, get to phases in my life, or chapters, or seasons in my life where my usual to-go-to tools to keep me going aren't are not sufficient to carry me through. And I've been asking myself, why is that the case? Because last time I went through something similar like this, when I did XYZ, it worked. What's the situation now? But the truth is, we grow as people, we expand, and therefore what you used in a similar situation the year before probably won't work in this space because of who you have evolved to become. So personally right now, I am struggling with myself in my pursuit for purpose, meaning, and alignment within my life. I'm always sitting here preaching about do the thing that makes you you, what are you passionate about, find that thing and chase it down. When as much as I know where I'm going or what I'm trying to achieve, sometimes guys, I don't want to lie, it's a blank page. And I feel scared, I feel frustrated. I don't even know who to talk to because how do you express what you yourself do not understand, So I'd say in the past couple of weeks, I have been struggling with thoughts of just hopelessness, thoughts of feeling like I don't have direction. The big one, comparing myself to my peers, like this person's already achieved this person's this. But I'm constantly having to reel myself in to go, but no, Siphe, wait. You don't want the thing that if not do. So why are you comparing yourself to that person? And this is why it's important to go back inside and do the work. But like I said to you guys, I've been struggling. Where my go-to is usually to speak to my parents, or to pray, or to pasha, or to write it down or even a good playlist, or sort of like focus more on self-care in order to access and heal, to feel and heal the part that is disgruntled, which is this frustration, this wanting, this needing of direction, of sense of accomplishment, of purpose, of meaning, right? Then I went to church sometime last week and I just bursted into tears because it just felt like a lot. It felt a lot because there's a lot of things I'm grateful for in my life, and sometimes it just feels like when you don't focus on that gratefulness, you're being ungrateful. So therefore, you're being ungrateful, right? So therefore, you don't want to talk about the part, the season that you're in of feeling lost, feeling scared, feeling hopeless. And so I'm at church, and then I just burst into tears because I express how I'm feeling. And the first thing I was asked, Siphe, why were you quiet all this time? Why didn't you say you needed help? And I was like, but I thought I had it under control. I thought I was fine. I was praying. I was doing ABC. Thought I was. But then they were like, but no, baby, you're not fine. And this is why we're here. For you to be able to pick up the phone and say you're not fine when you are not fine. And now what compelled me to want to record an episode on asking for help is, I remember the first thing that came out of my mouth was, but I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed. So I don't want everyone out there thinking like, yo, Siphe's depressed. And they're like, no, it's not about whether you're depressed or not. Or maybe you may be depressed and you may not even know about it. But it's okay sometimes to understand that you can't do it on your own. It's okay to feel like sometimes you want someone to check up on you. So just make sure that you're okay, so that if you're not, you can say you're not okay, and you can let it out, and you can feel it and move on from it. Because the danger in not talking, guys, is that then the feeling takes you away along with it. Instead of the feeling coming to you, you feel it and you let it go, and then it goes on its own without it dragging you with you. Now, what I found interesting in this period was, like I said, usually I'm able to speak to my parents. But something else was happening at home that was already so scary. And I was also trying to be supportive there. So the last thing I needed to now do is tell mom that, hey, here I go again, feeling the way that I feel with all the things that I am going through. Yeah, I hope you guys are hearing and understanding what I'm trying to say. Ask for help. Don't wait till it's too late. I think another scary thing for me is the last week also I heard of a story of two different people who committed suicide, who seemed to be like happy, functioning human beings. And their death left everyone around them feeling disgruntled and not understanding. But this person was this and this person was this. How could this happen? So for me, when I heard those stories, I saw Siphe, because I'm a happy chappy most of the time. I rock up, no matter how I feel. I always rock up. I always try to put my best foot forward. I'm always smiling. I'm always trying to check in on other people. I'm always trying to make sure everyone else is afloat, because I'm also wanting to learn from their experiences to be able to always check in on myself. But last week really taught me that I don't know how to ask for help. And maybe even if I did, I was too busy worried about what it would mean to whoever I'm asking help from. And what am I really asking for? Am I asking for a friend to speak to? Am I asking for a shoulder to cry on? Am I asking for actual materialization of the parts where I feel I'm struggling? Am I actually even doing the work, the foundation myself personally before I even go ask for help? You know? So I just want to plead with anyone listening to this. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. When you feel the weight on your shoulders getting heavier and heavier, please understand these seasons will come. I don't care how positive you are, I don't care how happy you are, but you will feel overwhelmed, you will feel out of place, you'll feel like you've lost sense of self or direction. And that's where the people who you love count the most, because they remind you what your hopes and dreams are and where you're trying to get to. So check in on yourself. And if you need help, go ask for help. Whether it be from a friend, whether it be from family, whether it be from your community, your support system. And sometimes, you know what help looks like? Help looks like calling Siphe and going having a cup of coffee with her. Because who knows if that 1 hour of coffee with her could have changed and uplifted her and planted in her a new seed. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little insight. Didn't have much to share, just doing what I love. And this thing, I love this thing. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing with you guys my experiences. And I love expressing things that I go through, because that's how I find my healing. So I ask you, how do you heal? How do you take care of yourself? What's your outlet? Who's your to-go-to person? What is your to-go-to place when you feel all is lost? And if you don't have one, you probably need one, because it probably means you've just been packing everything in your backpack and moving right along. So remember, ask for help. There's nothing wrong. And also in the comment section, if you want to talk more about this, or you even want to share your story, please let me know and we can talk about it. As much as I'm here to teach my experiences, I'm also here to learn from you guys. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, do the thing that makes you you, because when you operate from a place of fullness, everyone and all the relationships around you benefit and they reap, right? So thank you so much for taking your time to listen to this episode. From me to you, take care of yourself and remember to do the thing that makes you you, man. Till next time.